Well, you know, when Tony's going, whether it's in transition or whether it's with his pull-up game, it's going to impact everybody else. Because now they have to, you know, it collapses the defense. You can kick it out. We got guys out there that can make threes. You know, Connor and Peyton and Chris. You know, Aaron Eulis hit a big one today. So it just affects everything, you know, with penetration and collapsing the defense. Because, you know, he goes with space, but now the space is gone. So now you have to make a good decision. You got to play off 2 feet. You know, sometimes he's so quick he can get all the way there. And he did that a few times. But sometimes they're going to close it down late, and then you got to make a quick decision so you don't charge. And I thought he did a good job with that today. I thought they really fought in that stretch. I think we had 5 guards out there. And they play 4 typically. So, you know, you have to react to all the different things they do defensively. So it's good to have guards out there. They're going to switch. They're going to be in 2-3 zone. It goes to man. They're going to be 2-2-1. They're going to come in face guard and trap you at the 10-second line. So the more guards you have out there, the better off you are against that stuff. But it's the other end, defense and rebounding, where it's nice to have another bigger guy. But our guys really, I mean, we out-rebounded them, and they really fought on the glass. You know, you look at a number of different guys that had multiple rebounds. You know, start with Peyton. Peyton has 7, you know, and a bunch of guys with 4. So that's what you need.
Honestly, the coaches tell me, you know, you good, just keep being yourself, keep being aggressive. But mostly me, on the other hand, I'm like the type of guy who don't really ask for help, so I just figure out a way and do everything by myself. So now I'm just finding that way, and hopefully I can continue to be who I was today. I really didn't make a decision. That was just my goal to come in like that today. I haven't been in really a lot of shots, so I just said I'll make moves, get to the rim, and do what I could do best. Hit pull-ups, just play my game, and stop thinking a lot.
He's so key. Like, he brings energy, he brings toughness, he brings a lot to our squad, and it's just another dimension like that other teams have to worry about in guard. And you know, I mean, it happens all the time. Like, I don't think it was a big deal. Guys go through, you know, a couple game, 2-3 game lulls, and that's just kind of the way that it is. You know, we've all been there. It happens, and it's okay. You just got to find your groove again, and that's what he did. And you know, his effectiveness is getting up and down, transition, dunking the ball like he was, you know, attacking, getting downhill. And he had missed a lot of those like pull up, mid range, 10 to 15 footers. And he had missed a lot in that stretch, and he normally, like, that's a great shot for him. He really makes that at a high clip in practice, in prior games, and he made those today, which is huge because he's so good at that shot. And when he's making that, it's really hard to keep him out of the paint. So it's a huge asset for us. Well, I mean, I felt like I passed it pretty well, made some shots. I don't know. I would hope he means that as a compliment, not like a dig. But yeah, I thought I played well. I had a couple rebounds bounce off my hands. I wish I had back out of bounds or back into play. There's a couple of things I would have taken back, but for the most part, one bad turnover. But I had some steals. Felt like I played good defense on Scott. A couple steals early on. You know, stripped him. Maybe that got him out of whack. You know, for the first half, he's a guy that really gets going. So tried to do a good job on him, and yeah, defended, played a lot of minutes. So I'm tired. But I thought it was really, we pushed the ball really well because we were smaller, maybe a little bit more athletic, getting up and down just with speed, like guys flying. We didn't really have a post in there, so there's a lot of room to drive because there was an open post. So I thought that went well, and we made some shots, which obviously is a huge key. And like it obviously helps that Reese was also in foul trouble, so they were kind of small as well. You know, they didn't have a Reese or a Dickinson or somebody in there that without Philip and Chris we would have struggled with. So that was definitely a big key.
Were you Aaron, Josh, and all the rest of the players was, you could have had 3 dunks. You could have dunked the ball. Dunk the ball. Why you act like you don't want to dunk? You don't dunk no more. So then I was like, okay. So when I got it, I was like, forget. I'm just gonna dunk it so they can shut up.
Well, it's a good game for Tony. There's more space for him, and you know he has an aggressive mindset, and that's what you want. So if they're switching, there's more space, and if they're pressing, there's more space. And he just went after it, and did a great job finishing. Hit his pull-up jumper. Just really proud of him with that mindset. You know, because coming down the stretch the other night, I went with the other group. I had a group that was cooking, and Tony and Aaron really get back in. I said, look, you're our guys. Just be ready for the next one. It's one of those games. Those guys played great. Be ready to step up. They did. Both of them. I thought Aaron was terrific.
I'm a huge fan of the way he plays. I think he's kind of like their glue guy. He doesn't have to score. But I thought, you know, coming off the last 2 games, he hadn't been great. I just think watching them, he's been their glue guy. I've always been a big fan of his. I think he's a heck of a player. He doesn't take a 3 and he gets 22 points. Like, he just knows who he is. He knows his game. He sticks to it. Doesn't try to do anything he doesn't need to do. And I think when you have a guy like that, it just helps everyone else on the offensive end. They're going to get some buckets in transition, especially at home. I just thought their execution in the half court was really the difference. You know, the way Sanford's playing right now has given them such a boost off the bench. It's just, you got to deal with Murray. Perkins was phenomenal tonight, but then when he comes off the bench and makes the shots he made, he's just giving them a boost. That's, I think, the biggest difference in the way they're playing.